Hello, boys and girls. This is V2J135 coming back at you again with another Pokemon Black 2 White 2 Smogon Wi-Fi battle. In this one of Tier Week, we finally get into RU. Woo! My favorite tier, yes. Look at that, Superior, you got Crustle, Hitmonchan, Lantern, Clefable, Glade. These are like the best Pokemon. Are you serious? They're like the best creatures. This is so good. Oh, yeah, I love it. But seriously, I love this tier. There's just a whole bunch of great stuff in this tier. Oh man, you got stuff like Electros. Is Electros in this one? No, Electros is in you. I think Golurka's in here. He might be in you. I'm pretty sure he's in here. I have to double check. But you got that. You got Uxie, Magneton, Cacturn. Come on, Grass Dark. We need a Bug Dark type. Give me a thumbs up for Bug Dark type in XY. It's gotta happen. It's gonna happen. But yeah, Quillfish, Haunter. Gengar's so good that we have to use Haunter. Haunter is viable in RU. Come on now. Hariyama is okay. I don't really like Hariyama. I never really did. I don't like it. It needs an evolution or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's RU. Just at a glance. The match, you see Uxie, Rocks, U-Turn, Magneton, setup, subs, Cacturn, Sucker Punch, and all that good jazz. So, yeah. Hariyama, Fake Out, Bullet Punch, Close Combat, and Haunter is basically Gengar. So on my side, we got, what's this, Crustle. Crustle is the main key of this team. With Crustle, you get, Spikes and Stealth Rock, and then, you set that up until you're good to go, until you're golden. Hitmonchan is Foresight Rapid Spin, and you just gotta have that, because if you don't, there might be trouble. There might be some bad stuff. And then we got Superior. Superior. I'm sorry, not Superior. Lantern. Lantern is after Superior, but Lantern. This is actually an interesting Lantern. This Lantern is a Specs Lantern, and I was going to use Galvantula, but I was like, Lantern is actually pretty good. It's got a niche with the Volt Absorb. So I was like, I'm gonna use that. And it can take hits. Galvantula is just a wreck shit mon. Okay, Superior. Superior. If you don't know, Glare, Giga Drain, Reflect, Light Screen, Light Clay, go. Glade in this case is Swords Dance. Swords against Glade. You know what that is. Drain Punch, not Drain Punch. Leaf Blade. Close. Does it have? No. Leaf Blade, Close Combat, I think, or Drain Punch. And Shadow Sneak. And then finally Clefable, which is nicknamed Blissey, with Wish, Heal Bell, I think it might be Soft Boil, I can't remember, Soft Boil, and finally Seismic Toss. So that's it, and I hope you guys enjoy this battle, and let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna save and all that good stuff, and let's get into it. Let's see here. The guy I'm playing is Pedro, 97Pedro. Link in the description. He's actually a really cool YouTube battler. I saw a lot of his videos. I'm like, damn, this guy's pretty good. So I subbed him, and just take a look at his videos when you get a chance after this. But here's the battle. We start off with Stealth Rock, of course. We got to get them rocks off. Rocks to the end, baby. Got to get the rocks. Of course, he knows what's probably going to happen next. He's probably going to see me setting up spikes now. So he's predicting that going in for the U-turn for something that can deal with Crustle. This Crustle actually used to carry leftovers, but I was thinking, okay, maybe he'll have a lead Pokemon that can take it out one shot and it activates Struggle. So I gave it a Custap Berry, and Custap Berry didn't activate, and I found out Custap Berry only activates when you're in the red zone, and I was like, oh damn. Otherwise, I could have probably got 3 layers of spikes up, but it doesn't happen. So I go for the spikes. He gets the Fake Out when he brings the Hariyama from the U-turn, goes for the Fake Out, and it's boosted a bit because of Guts. Burn does not cut attack when you have Guts on. People still don't know this. It's kind of funny, but he goes for the Close Combat. I was like, Crustle did what it needed to do. I can probably win this battle without it. It doesn't have a whole bunch of attack, and I was actually kind of surprised that I survived that. I mean, sure, Crustle is neutral, but still, I was like, Wow, okay, well I can actually set up 2 layers of spikes then. Alright, let's do this then. I'm not going to survive another one. So he's going to go for another, he's actually going to go for the Stone Age so he doesn't have a drop in his attack in excuse me, his defense, special defense again, because otherwise he'd be one-shot by anything. And he gets a crit. He probably could have used that before with the close combat, but hey, whatever. Crit happens, especially on a Stone Age. So I lose Mr. Krabs, and I go into Sword Arm, and I was like, okay, because this is obvious. You lost +2 of your defenses, so I'm going to take advantage of that, and I know he's going to switch, obviously. I mean, look at this. You're not going to stay in if you want to keep this guy. So I didn't predict Yuxi coming in, but I actually go for the Sword Stance anyway, because I knew he was going to switch. That gives me a chance to get a free setup turn, get a free +2, and get a chance to start doing some damage. Yuxi, the only good move I had for Yuxi, I didn't want to, you know, use close combat. I think it has close combat. It might have Drain Punch. I can't. No, it's got close combat. And then I decided to just go for the Leaf Blade. I thought I'd actually be faster, but then again, I remembered my Yuxi actually is timid. I think this is the one he's running. Yuxi is actually pretty fast. Glade has some nice speed, but it's not super fast, but it should have been able to outspeed Yuxi, but his has got to be timid. I go for the Leaf Blade because that was the best move in my opinion besides the Shadow Sneak, and he makes a good play and brings in his intimidating Quillfish, which is actually a really good play. So he basically brought me down to +1 now, I believe, and with +1, you see how much that did? I actually did pretty good damage on a neutral because of water poison to grass on a Quillfish. I go for another +2 because I'm like, Quillfish doesn't have a whole lot of power to take down, especially Glade. Glade is decent power, but he goes for the Pain Split, and I forgot about that. I was like, oh right, it does have Pain Split. So he gets some health back, and I lose just a little bit. I'm still able to take this thing down, but he actually outspeeds me. So I think we have the exact same speed. This is a speed tie, and I actually go for the Drain Punch just to get back some health. I didn't think he was going to outspeed me, but he did. And then I'll confirm to you that this is a speed tie because I'm about to speed him right now. And I was like, wait a minute. So your speed is... It's got to be the same because there's no way that would happen. So I think he was kind of surprised, but he didn't say anything when we were battling. He didn't really type as much, but whatever. Down goes that to Zen Headbutt because I was actually predicting him to bring in the Cacturn because I thought he knew that Quillfish could not survive anything from me, so I would go for the Drain Punch to get it off. I forgot Cacturn had Sucker Punch because I was like, oh, Cacturn, what are you doing? Nothing's gonna... The Cacturn can't do anything to me. I'm faster than it. Sucker Punch, you're dead. And I'm like, oh, right, I forgot. But that's okay. I go into Emerald, and this is the part where he kind of gets cocky. He's like, okay, no problem. I can deal with that. So I go for the Glare. He goes for the Sucker Punch. Nothing's going to happen. He's like, okay, I can take that. I go for the Glare. He was like, okay, no problem. I can deal with that. And I'm like, okay. And then I go for the... he goes again for the Sucker Punch, and I go for the Reflect. He's like, not a problem. I can deal with that. And I'm just like... Okay, ... when we're typing, and I go for the light screen. He's still like, still not a problem, and I'm just like, do you have Brick Break or something? Because you seem awfully cocky now. But because he has Sucker Punch, I'm not going to stay in. What am I going to do? What am I even going to do with that? So Superior doesn't have this grassing. That's not going to work. So I actually go into the Greatest, my Hitmonchan, and he goes for the Sucker Punch again. And I'm like, you keep dropping your PP, whatever, no problem. Pokemon Power. You know what? You know what I'm talking about. So he obviously is going to switch out, and I go for the safe Ice Punch, or do I go for the Rapid Spin? No, I actually do go for the Rapid Spin, but I was ballsy with that. I probably could have got messed up by that Haunter, but I do have Foresight. This is the Foresight one, so even if he did bring in Haunter, I got the light screen up and everything, so I can take a hit. But he brings in Yuxi, and that was actually a bad play on him. So he should have brought in Haunter, because now I'm going to just proceed to just go for the Ice Punch and just do as much as I can to this thing. He goes for the Psychic, but thankfully, because I have Light Screen and Hitmonchan actually has decent defenses, it survives, and Yuxi doesn't have a whole lot of special attack anyway, even though this is his timid one, I can see. I think it's his timid one because it's actually, you know what, I'm outspeeding it, so it might not be timid. It might be just be faster than Glade, because if Glade is speed tied with Quillfish, Yuxi is definitely faster. I'll look up the stats later. I don't feel like doing it right now because I'm commentating. But he keeps going for Psychic, and I keep going for Ice Punches, the safe Ice Punches. And neither of us, one of us, are getting hacks at this point. So this is basically the stall part of the battle. We just, you know, Ice Punch, Psychic, Ice Punch, Psychic, Ice Punch, Psychic. Just keeps going. So Um, I'm hoping for a freeze. I was trying to get a freeze, but nothing. So, or a crit. A crit could have helped too. But as long as I get to keep my Hitmonchan alive, because I do need it alive just in case. Because he, like I said, he's still got that damn Cacnea, and he's still got Haunter up. And Haunter can't deal with Hitmonchan. You already know that from Gen 1 and 2. So that's no problem. I go for another Ice Punch because I'm just trying to get rid of Uxie at this point. And I guess he finally takes the cue. He's like, oh shit, I'm about to lose Uxie. So he goes for the U-turn and brings in, I forgot who he brought in. I think it might have been Haunter. I can't remember, but we'll see in a second. I go for the Ice Punch again because I just want to get rid of it. But he finally brings in Haunter, and he's like, okay, I'm just going to bring in Haunter. I'm going to hopefully get rid of this guy now with Shadow Ball. And that's not the case. So, after he goes for the U-turn from my Ice Punch, I switch out because the Reflect wears off, and I'm like, okay, here's my chance. He's probably going to go for Shadow Ball because I'm at a low range. So I'm just going to go into Clefable, my Blissey. And Blissey is not going to get hit because, you know, Shadow to Ghost to normal does nothing. And I lose all my screens, but that's fine. I got Blissey. So he's going to switch out. He probably might be Specs, I'm not sure. But he did nothing. So I go for the Wish as he brings in Magneton, and Magneton just takes all of that damage. I don't think he doesn't have a Rapid Spinner on his team. I actually told him, I was like, do you have a Rapid Spinner? He was like, no, I don't. I'm like, oh, okay. You're gonna die. So he goes for the Substitute. I really predicted that really well that he would go for the Substitute because I used to use a Magneton in RU before, and I looked up the sets. I'm like, okay, Magneton probably is going to go for Substitute. So that was a good play on my part. I go for the Drain Punch because I'm faster than it, and Magneton's pretty slow anyway. Even with the with the Choice Scarf, he would outspeed me. But Choice Scarf Substitute, no. So he goes for the Thunderbolt, and I don't have my screens up, so it's going to do a lot more than it should. So as you see there, it still did just about 55%, but that was still really good. I go out because I don't want to kill it just yet, because he's probably going to go for either the sub or the Thunderbolt. He actually switched out. Oh, no, I did predict that. I did predict him to switch out and go into Haunter. Yeah, that's what happened. That's why I was like, okay, you're probably going to go into Haunter. I'm not stupid. So I'm just predicting really good right now. His Haunter actually outspeeds my Superior, which kind of surprised me. So that tells me his Haunter is Choice Scarfed. So, but seeing how much that did to Superior, Superior has a lot of bulk. I was like, wow, this Haunter must be modest Choice Scarf. So I go for the Glare to paralyze it, and then go for Light Screen. Superior, either it's going to survive or it's going to lose the Light Screen, or it's going to get paralyzed. And I got lucky; he got paralyzed. I think I might have been able to survive. Just might have been able to survive another Venoshock. But I go for the Reflect, and he actually goes for the Venoshock, but you'll see right here that I didn't have enough to survive it. It just wouldn't be enough. So there down goes Superior, but it did its job. It set up twice, so hey, that's no problem. Everything gets paraxed is no problem. So I finally bring in the big bad Sinestro. Yes, Sinestro with the yellow lantern from the Green Lantern. You know, it's clever. Puns! So I go into my Choice Specs Lantern, Sinestro. Uxie is going to die from Stealth Rocks. He just used that to Death Adder to see what move I would do, and I go for the Serve. So he's not, I don't think he was too sure of what type of set this was, but he goes into his, which basically confirms to me that this is definitely a water-absorbed Cacturne. So I'm like, I'm not stupid. I'm definitely not about to fall for that shit. Hell no. So I switch on to Blissey. I'm just playing really good. For some reason, I have not been playing smart recently. Just been doing dumb stuff with like an OU and sometimes in UU. But RU, I play my best. I don't want to lose, and this is my tier. I confirm that this is my tier. Nobody is going to beat me in this. I try not to get beat anyway, and I come up with this set. I actually came up with a set all on my own with no help from anybody, and I say this is a pretty good set. This first battle proves to me that this is a pretty good set. There are some openings though, because I looked at all the threats and all the issues I could deal with, like Hitmonlee and all that stuff. There's some stuff that can be changed. Like I actually want to replace Blissey with somebody like a more physically defensive, maybe Munchlax or whatever's physically defensive. We'll see. I think this is good for now though. So anyway, as you can see, I should go for the Wish, and I think he predicted me to switch out into Hitmonchan or whatever. But no, I stay in and go for the Seismic because at that range, I could do it and take out his Magneton. So that's a dead Magneton, and the battle is just about almost over. So hey, he only has his Hariyama left, and I believe what was that last one? Haunter, Haryana Haunter left. So from because of that, I'm like, okay, Blissey, you did what you needed to do. You healed up the people, and you did what you needed to do. So I don't want to bring in anything that'll take this, especially my Lantern. So I'm gonna let him get the close combat and safely bring in something. Like I said, you just gotta play smart. You just gotta make sacrifices sometimes. So I decided to finally bring in the greatest, because at that range, I know for a fact I can outspeed it, and Reflect is still up, so I know I can take this bullet punch he was gonna go for anyway, even with the guts. And because of that close combat that he did earlier, I could also tell that his Hariyama was probably speeded nature and not more of a attack nature, or it might have been more of a defensive nature, but it just didn't have enough attack to really do anything to anything. He needs to change that up. So I go for the Drain Punch and get the health back. My light screen finally stops because I set that one up first, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to outspeed Haunter, obviously, because it's still paralyzed, and it get hurt by the rapid spin from the Stealth Rocks. Go for the Ice Punch. I wanted to be ballsy actually and go for the Foresight and then Drain Punch and be ballsy, but I was like, no, let me just play it safe. I don't want to mess up anything. So he's got one more left? Yep, he's got one more left. Oh, right, it's Cacnea, and this is his last Pokemon. And he goes for the Sucker Punch. Of course, that's not going to kill because it's Cacnea. You're not. I mean, Cacturn, not Cacnea, but it's Cacturn. You're not going to kill me with, even if it is Choice Bandit, you're still not going to take it out. It's not very effective. So I just get the Drain Punch off, and that is good game. Give me them souls. Soul Eater. Okay, let me stop. But yeah, good game, Pedro 97. Check his channel out. Really cool battler, really awesome guy. He's a total lot of fun. When he's available, because right now I'm looking for him like, Pedro, damn it, where are you? I just finished the commentation. Okay, but yeah, that's it. So not gonna ramble. This battle was long enough, so I'm gonna end it here. B2J135 signing out. Stay tuned for the next NU and then Mono Gen, and that'll be it for Tier Week for now. I'm probably gonna do the Sonic Let's Play Saturday, and that'll be it. So stay tuned. Deuces.